Welcome to another episode of Husband and Wife Gamers. I am Husband, this is HOI 4, and that right there is the Soviet Union invading India. And this is a big problem for me since I'm Germany, and I want to not make the Soviet Union any stronger than it already is. I am now going to switch gears completely this time, and we are going after the Soviet Union. If you watched the last videos, you know everything is prepped. We're just waiting for the armies to move into position, and for this particular bonus to apply to our mechanized troops. Then we can start that war. So, let's get into position. Meanwhile, our submarines are still convoy raiding in the various seas around India. Some air covering these regions. Navy's almost back. Some convoy raid in these two territories. Should keep the Russians bottled up. Now, in order to do this, I gotta either justify on Russia or their ally in Iran. I'm gonna try Iran because there's the small chance that Russia doesn't join. We're gonna double check that we have our templates the way we want them. I never did go in and redesign the tanks for medium tanks to get those in here, so we're just stuck with the light Panzer division. Cavalry's built for mobility, has some anti-air, artillery, little mechanized in there to give it hardness. Our infantry is nice and heavy. We have some extra mech in here for extra hardness, and we got the flame tanks in there. Infantry support tank in here. Reserve infantry also upgraded with some mech. Light infantry is pretty outclassed by this point. I may wind up swapping some of these out for mech if I have extra mech. Marines are looking good. They're fighting in Africa right now. I'm sure that should be over pretty soon. Alright, that's it. Yep, we are at war with Russia too. We are advancing all along the line, and it looks like the Russians, in many cases, were caught moving troops. The Panzers, even though they're all pretty much light tanks, are moving very well. They're stacked up against quite a lot of Russian infantry divisions. But those infantry divisions are no match for even our infantry divisions, who have much better equipment. Well, I was right, this was going to be a major part of the war. They definitely have gotten lots of fighters in here for me. So I gotta do something about that. Also, this is a big problem. Not having enough fuel for the air. So let's see if we can trade. Let's see if grabbing some of these can increase our oil production. If they start pushing us back too far, we're going to need some reserves. Our manpower's terrible, though. Oh boy, I didn't want to do this, but we're going to have to. Oh boy, things are not looking good over here. We're gonna stop that attack and focus on the defense here. Call in all of our allies on this war. Not like this bulge here. This is dangerous. Now if we can punch through here, that'll shorten the North's line and give us more troops all down the line because I can condense some things here. Meanwhile, we are still winning some good naval battles here. They're trying to bomb the fleet, but we are not letting them. Still in need of more oil, so I guess we'll have to put some refineries down. Here's an expeditionary force provided by our allies. We're going to get them to plug one of these gaps here. This area, I think, is the one that needs the most help. In the air, things are starting to swing our way. We are replacing our losses, but they are not quickly replacing theirs. So this is good news. This bulge looks like it's over with, so let's reorganize. I don't think I want the Panzers swimming across this river just yet, so let's stick them here and try to cut off. So here's what I hate, is the front lines, how they get all messed up. Happens all the time in Russia. We're trying to close the door on Minsk. We have a stalemate developing here in the south, but we have lost some territory. And then the front lines break again. I literally just fixed these. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union has swallowed a large portion of India, but now that they are going to have trouble resupplying that, I think we will watch them eventually lose out. Africa now under our control. The cavalry forces are going to assist here in the north. I have plans for them. Marines, on the other hand, are going to be needed right around this area. Give them an offensive. This should work out fine. That's right, I forgot about these guys. Okay. That changes things a little bit as well. We have another light army that is usable right now. Let's expand the war. The Italians have made another amphibious landing. These guys really like their amphibious landings in this one. This is another expeditionary force given to us by our allies. I guess since Rommel lost his tank unit, we could just give him this group. We'll let them be the spearhead for the Finland operation. And audit the front lines. These guys are doing what they need to do. We're going to justify this war. Marines are doing fine. Good. This needs to change here soon. We just secured this area, so now keep moving up. Blue. Give you line 2. Cross that river. Alright. These guys are moving forward. Not bad. Start moving up some bombers. Oh, these tanks somehow got pushed off the line. Alright, so we're gonna put them here. And let's see if we can cut off everybody. Cavalry are in place. So we're going to use them as a kind of a spearhead toward Leningrad, giving us another front that we can use to push Russia. Germany has the bomb. It's 1944. Oof, what are we gonna do with it? I suppose this is as good a spot as any. We'll use the British bombers. Alright, the first nuclear bomb has been dropped by Germany on Iran. And sadly, it has not actually helped us to take Iran. We seem to be losing. This is not good. Alright, this is gonna change slightly. We're gonna take south. They're gonna take this bit. Let's have the Marines take this. Oh my, I'm out of support equipment. And flame tanks. Oh boy, this could be problematic. Let's see what I can do about this. Oh, well, Finland gave me some support equipment. That was nice of them. With Finland captured, we need to reorder our front line. The light troops cleaning up this part of the campaign. Our little expeditionary force will take on this border, and most of their effort will simply be maintaining the line. Now that we have enough airplanes to make this work, we're going to take care of the enemy fortifications with the nuclear option. Run towards the radiation like good German soldiers. Well, it's working. Iran surrendered. Very nice. And the Russians are losing in Ukraine. But what else is new? Crimea is mine. 3 new German units from Russia. I know just where to put them. Here you go, Rommel. Backing them up. We're going to close in on Moscow. Alright, the main army is closing in on India, and Japan is here now too, so let's see if we can capture as much of this as we can without Japan taking it all. Oh no, India's already surrendered. We hadn't finished. At least we got something out of the deal. Let's start marching up this part of Russia. The last vestiges of the Soviet Indian Empire are crumbling before the combined weight of Japan and Germany. Light armies rolling up in Ukraine. The reserve forces are closing in on Moscow. And my primary army is cleaning things up over here. Trying to, anyway. Ah, Estonia didn't enjoy being nuked. They surrendered. We are way behind on support quotas. Several more of our armies can fit 30 people in them now, so we're going to create some more reserve forces. Hurry up and take Moscow. Come on, come on, get Moscow. Moscow fallen, and it can't get up. Despite having captured Moscow, we suffered from some supply problems, which are keeping us from winning up there, and in the south, we had a pretty scary frontline situation, but it looks like it is now starting to resolve itself. Good. This is our chance to get India right here. I'm going to be very impressed if the light infantry manages to take Stalingrad without me having to nuke it. That's even more impressive. Perfect. Now we can get these guys back where they're supposed to be. All these civilian factories and nothing to do. Guess we'll just need to build some logistics. And it looks as though Soviet India is now about to be ours. Not only that, but we have conquered Stalingrad. We've gotten this area by Afghanistan. We've pushed through all the way, took Moscow. This is a good spot to be. It's 2 years into the war, and still Russia hasn't fully given up. It's pretty safe to say, given the 24 nuclear bomb stockpile and the Soviet Union's inevitable demise, and the fact that I have now recovered from my production deficit on most things, pretty much a guarantee at this point that Germany is going to win this war. Looks as though the Allies have suffered 45 million losses, and I have suffered 12.79 as a Axis side. 6 million just on my own. That's quite a lot of losses for Germany. So at this point, I think I'm going to call this one. It would have been nice to see the whole thing play out, but given the expansion pack coming out soon, it's going to change everything. I might as well just go ahead and leave it the way it is. This is the world.